Hello everybody, my name is Andres and welcome to the channel, Daily Driven SRT4. It's called that because I drive my SRT4 every single day, which is sometimes can be a pain in the ass, but that's what I love to do. And I figured I'd start this channel to be able to share that love and passion for cars and maybe inspire and help some people out along the way. So without further ado, let me introduce you to my SRT4. That's her, my 2004 Dodge Neon SRT4. Bought it about four and a half years ago. Wasn't really sure what I was getting into. Sometimes I regret it, but here we are. It's not a show car by any means. Never has been, never will be. But I love it and plan on making it go fast. Well, faster than it's been. I figure I'd give y'all a little rundown of what's all done to it. Guess we'll start out with the engine bay. Well, probably should unlock it. I'll start off with the bottom end and just work my way outwards, I guess. It has 8.5 to 1 JE pistons, eagle rods, 513 fab windage tray. It does have a direct fit strap kit. Some don't really like that, but it's been working out for me so far, so I'll keep using it until it goes, and then I'll replace the block with a machine strap kit. But like I said, for now it's working. It has a DCR high flow oil pump tube, boundary oil pump gear, real tune billet tone wheel. Pretty sure, yeah, it has an ATI super dampener. Also has a MPX billet oil filter housing, which I all built myself here at my house. And I was pretty nervous about that, but it seems to be working out pretty good so far. Got about 9,000 miles on this bottom end and still running strong. So, you know, the head, it's somewhat stock. It's stock ported, stock valves. Has some BC stage 2 cams, Crower, springs and retainers. Has ARP head studs. Has some, I don't know if you can see them or not, but it does have the real tune cam gears with that clear cover. That's pretty dirty now, but oh well. It has the AGP turbo kit log manifold. Probably can't see that in there, but that's what it is. With the S257 Borg Warner turbo. Turbo guard filter on there. Little hand ported intake manifold that I bought off of a buddy. It has solid mounts all the way around, except for the fourth mount. That is still OEM, just because I don't want too much vibration since I do drive this thing every day. It also has a BST cane frame mount, which is under the car, so I won't be able to show y'all that right now. It has a MPX 62mm throttle body. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has a Turbo Smart race port blow-off valve. Try to get it better. I try to get it, but I can't get it. Oh well. Has a Mishimoto radiator, little cheap eBay catch can. Big front mount intercooler, but that's a cheap eBay one as well. It does have the Tanner intercooler brackets, so it's on there pretty solid, ain't coming off. I've relocated the battery to the trunk to give me more space, and also have the SP tuning ABS delete. That also opens up a lot of space, makes everything a lot easier to work on. Has a 4-bar map and tip sensors. I got those. I can't remember who I got them for, but they look like the original ones, but I guess they just take them apart and do something with the insides, but they were working out pretty good. As far as fueling goes, it has a Walbro 450 intake pump with the rewired kit. Dash 6 lines all the way up to the rail and all the way back as well. It does have a Holley hydromat in the tank. I used to have a lot of fuel starvation issues, so I bought that, and that's been working out amazing ever since I got that. Got this nice little red Boomba fuel rail. Injectors are FIC 2150s and automotive, I believe it's the A1000 fuel pressure regulator. As far as the trans go, it's pretty stock. It's the stock gear set, except for a third gear carbon blocker ring that I bought when I first got the car because it had the infamous third gear grind, and I replaced that thinking it would fix my problem, but it actually turned out to be the shift fork, so I ended up having to do the job twice. But that's part of it. You live and you learn, and it gave me some experience. It does have the AGP first, third, fifth, and second, fourth, and reverse extenders in there. With I'm running an ACT 6-puck clutch kit with it's just the HD pressure plate, but it still holds the power that I need. It does have a Wicked, I believe that's how you pronounce that, throwout bearing fork. I upgraded the pivot ball from SRT4. I got the DCR clutch pivot rod on the inside because that broke pretty quickly after I got the car. Also, I don't know if I'll be able to show y'all, but I have the SRT4 gear billet intermediate shaft. Probably can't see that in there, but it's in there for sure. As far as suspension, well, I guess I'll start off with the wheels. They are 15 by 8 VMS Blackhawks all the way around, obviously, but the front tires are Toyo Proxys R888R 235 50 15. The back ones are just some old standard cheap Kumos, I believe. And it's on BC coilovers, which are amazing. You can adjust the dampening by turning that little knob there. It does have the SXT front brake setup. That way I can run the 13-inch slicks that I have for when I go to the track. And the whole car has upgraded Prothane bushings throughout the entire car, so it handles pretty decently, but it's still a shitload of torque steer, and that's just front wheel drive cars for you. Not much you can do about that, but at the track it's amazing. It does have this worn out carbon fiber hood, but like I said, this isn't a show car. This is a daily driver that I like to take to the racetrack or out street racing in Mexico, of course. So there'll be a lot of that in the upcoming videos, so stick around. I guess we'll move. Oh, it also has the SP tuning bumper quick releases, which are amazing for when I go to load it on the trailer. Just pop it right out load it up, put it back on. That's actually saved me a lot of time going to the track. Guess we'll move on to the interior, which is pretty basic, pretty much a neon. Just a neon interior. Has the NRG quick release hub and my Momo steering wheel that I love. But yep, I've got a couple gauges in here. Got the AEM boost gauge, AFR gauge, oil pressure gauge, fuel pressure gauge. Got my boost N2MB boost box and my watt box, which helps out tremendously at the track. And that little boost box helps out everywhere, but a lot on the street, because I can do boost by gears and also boost by RPM, which kind of helps with the torque steer, but still can't use all the boost on the street, unfortunately. Oh yeah, this is a Mad Dog Hurst package shifter. It is boy, it's amazing. I don't know why anybody would just buy the Hurst when you can contact Chuck Gregory on Facebook and he will set you up with pretty much whatever reduction, short shifter, package, shift knob, whatever you want. He'll do it for you, and for a lot cheaper than you can buy just the original Hurst, which is just like 35% reduction. This one is a 50% reduction, but you can do 50, 75, 80. I don't know. He's got a bunch of them. If you want one, just contact him and he'll set you up for sure. And like I said, a lot cheaper than the Hurst ones that they sell wherever they sell. I'm not gonna name a place, but and all this is tuned with a Trinity T1000 from Diablo Sport. And that's pretty much it. I'm sure I'm forgetting some things, but if so, I'll put them in another video or something like that. This was just a little quick rundown of the things I've done to it in the past 4.5 years that I've owned it. It was actually a real piece of crap when I got it. The guy posted it on Facebook, said it made 400 horsepower, which I knew not to believe, but I didn't think it would be as bad as it actually turned out to be. I traded a 2006 Acura RSX Type S for it, and yeah, it made nowhere near 400 horsepower. I got it on I think it was a Wednesday or Thursday. Took it immediately to the track on that Saturday, and the quarter mile best I could get out of it was a 14.2, which was slower than stock, so I knew I had a lot of work ahead of me. But that was 4.5 years ago. It has been through a lot of changes since then, and there'll be a lot more changes in the future, so stick around, share this experience with me, and like I said, hopefully you'll learn a thing or two along the way, because if you own an SRT4, you know that you are always working on these things. So if you like money, do not buy one of these. But if you like working on cars, this might be the perfect car for you. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of mechanical videos, a lot of track racing videos, a lot of street racing videos. In Mexico, of course, because that's illegal in the States. But yes, one thing I forgot to mention is this thing is tuned by the one and only Nigel Alexander at Brutal Speed and Tuning, and I believe it's made in North Carolina. And at the time, the last time I tuned it was on a different engine, but pretty much the same setup, except that setup did not have a strap kit, so it ended up destroying the bed plate. I was gonna say cracking, but no, it did. It completely destroyed the bed plate while I was at the track one day. Actually made the fastest passes ever made and destroyed the bed plate on that pass. But I didn't tow it to the track that day, so unfortunately I had to limp it home. How it made it home, I'm not sure. It still had oil pressure, but yeah, it was not good. It had a hole in the back of the block, leaking out, well, squirting out oil like crazy. But luckily, I didn't live too far from the track and was able to make it back home. But yes, last time I tuned it on Nigel's dyno, it ended up making 469 horsepower and 483 torque, I believe. And the fastest pass that's made to date is 993 at 144 in the quarter mile, which makes this the quickest 50 series turbo neon in the world. Although the guy that's right behind me, I'm sure he's gonna take that record back very soon, because his car, in my opinion, is a lot better built. Well, I won't say it like that. Has a lot better parts than this car does, and I'm sure it makes a lot more horsepower. So I'm sure once he makes a good pass, he'll be able to destroy that record and no problem. And that's why I will be ordering some new parts for old girl. That should be here in about maybe a month and a half, 2 months. That should make a lot more horsepower, I hope. But stay tuned for that, and we'll get them put on when we get them. I love the way these cars sound, even though this one has a small exhaust leak at the moment. But that's gonna be it for today, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and if y'all did, like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe, because y'all are not going to want to miss the next video. I'll put a little sneak preview at the end of this video for y'all. So we'll see you next time.